After 44 years as a citizen of the United States of America, today was the first day that I ever voted. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, why didn't you ever vote before, jackass? Everybody has their reasons, and that's a fair question. So here are mine. Number one, I always believe that regardless of who's in office, I'm going to live my life the way I want, and I'll never let any presidential party change that. To me, it didn't matter who was in office because I'm just going to navigate my life around their policies. Number two, I don't like the unnecessary division that it causes. People only want to seem to argue their side and not hear the other, and nothing productive ever gets accomplished without healthy discussion and diverse perspectives. Number three, I didn't feel like I knew enough about politics to make an informed decision one way or another. Most of my time was spent with other interests. Number four, I trusted that the bipartisan government process would keep our country balanced. And even though today was the first day that I voted, I've always leaned Democrat and would have voted Democrat if I went to the polls in prior elections. But not today. Today I voted for Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the Team America that they've assembled to make our country great again. Here's why. Put the politics aside for a second and let's talk about the characteristics of a leader. If you ask somebody a direct question and they deflect, gaslight, or point fingers elsewhere, they're probably full of shit. Kamala does this on a regular basis. The other characteristic of somebody who deflects from these types of important discussions is that they typically lack accountability. Trump came right out and said that he didn't know what he was doing the first time he got into office. But now that he has the experience, he's prepared ahead of the election so that he does not make the same mistakes twice. That's called accountability and how successful people operate in business and life. And whether you like him or not, Trump is authentically himself always. Kamala is constantly pretending to be someone she is not to appeal to the people that she is speaking to. Sounds a little manipulative if you ask me. Finally, any candidate or campaign is going to appeal to their voters by sharing why somebody should vote for them and not their opposition. But if all you're doing is speaking badly about the other person and not addressing the issues and problems that you should be working to solve, then I doubt you have anything of substance to bring to the table. Poor minds talk about people, average minds talk about events, and great minds talk about ideas. That's Eleanor Roosevelt. I hear Donald Trump mostly talking about his plans to make America better, and I hear Kamala mostly talking poorly about Donald Trump. Simple as that. It also didn't help that I almost got T-boned by a Harris Waltz supporter while I was pulling into the library to go vote. But I digress. Let me ask a simple question. Which type of person would you rather have running our country? Someone who doesn't take accountability and dodges questions on important issues? Or somebody who's had multiple attempts at his life and doesn't need to be president but is still running? Politics always work themselves out, and it'll never be about only one person in government. Mistakes are going to be made regardless of whoever is running the country. But the ability to recognize and resolve is what matters most. This is simply my assessment on the type of leader that I would want in my corner and the type of leader that can get shit done. Let's fucking go, America.
Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that